Right, so, time to talk about stuff. Okay, first I just want to make sure the stream is visible to everyone in Discord. There we go. Excellent. Let me just grab that link and... Where's Discord? There's Discord. Slam this out, and then we talk. We talk about much. Okay, so as I said in the description, it's pretty rare that I support a Kickstarter, but this one I'm willing to make an exception because, well, let's get into all the reasons. First, let me point out, there's only 4 days left, and it's more than made its goal by quite a bit. I'll probably point out their stretch goals and things. They just added voice acting, unfortunately. I'm sorry, voice acting is one of those things that it has to be good, like really good. Otherwise, it can easily detract. Maybe they'll do a good job, I don't know. Hey, if you guys want me to voice act one of your characters, I'd be more than willing to do that. The next one is 3D Elements. I'm not entirely sure that that's a wise thing to add to your game either. I like 2D games a lot, but whatever. This game looks amazing. Let's talk about all the cool shit. So first off, hey Buster. So I went ahead and I pledged 100, which is a lot. But I look at it weirdly because I already wanted to donate money to these guys. So who are these guys? Excuse me. Well, they're the creators of The Long War, which is one of my favorite XCOM experiences. I'm a huge fan of the mod. I want to play through it again. It was a very awesome mod. Pretty hard, but you know, I loved it. And if that had been a $30 DLC, I would have been well satisfied to have bought it. But no, it was a free mod, and I loved it. So then The Long War 2. So you guys know just how much praise The Long War got. In The Long War 2, when they made XCOM 2, they made the game moddable and brought these guys in to make a Long War for XCOM 2. I haven't played it yet. And I haven't played the Long War 2 War of the Chosen either. But I would very happily buy those DLC if they were DLC, which they aren't. They're being given to me for free. So I already wanted to donate money to these guys. And then they throw up this Kickstarter, and I'm like, yeah, okay, here you go. You've given me The Long War, The Long War 2. I don't know if they were involved in The Long War of the Chosen or not, but the stuff they made was used as a basis for it, so, you know. And now they're making this, and whether or not this turns out, I can't say whether or not this will turn out great. Apparently the alpha will be ready within just a few months, so they must be well in development. And a lot of it sounds really cool. Genre, it's XCOM. It's turn-based strategy. Yeah, sure. Yeah, pretty much. It's very rare that I support a Kickstarter, but this one is awesome enough that I feel like I should talk about it and be like, hey everybody, this exists. Maybe you might want to get in on this. Honestly, the $100 pledge is a really stupid one. Like, if you wanted to get rewards, the $100 ones is name an in-game hab site. So you pick, like, some crater on the moon or something and name it. Pretty crappy reward, but I just wanted to give them 100, so, you know. That was the amount of money I felt I wanted to give them, regardless of what they gave me back. But hey, you know, I still get the game and participate in beta testing, so that'll be cool, I guess. A digital soundtrack. I wonder what their music is going to sound like. Graphics and music are the kind of things that can really break your bank. I have pretty good confidence in this team when it comes to making the game itself. But I don't know. There are a lot... Let's add voice acting in 3D Elements. Are you sure you have the budget for that kind of thing? I don't know, guys. I don't know. Anyway, so they say it's already in an alpha state. So let's just talk about some of the cool stuff. So, you actually get to explore and fight throughout the solar system. you actually get to fly around and fight and do stuff out in space and colonize all over the place. And that sounds awesome. I've had to design, well, I shouldn't talk any about my own thoughts. I've had a design for an XCOM game that I've been tinkering with for over a year. It's just all text documents and stuff, but I want to make one someday myself. Okay, factions. This is something I felt that XCOM was kind of missing as a franchise. But here we go. There are 6 different factions present. Actually, I think there's 7 factions present. Each a human faction wanting different things. And yeah. Let's see. Ships. Oh, there'll be a Cold War scenario. Who knows? I don't think they're going to get to this one, but a far future scenario where they're in the asteroid belt and stuff. I don't know if they're going to make that one. That's unfortunate. I wish I could transpose this with the voice acting, but put the next scenario in. Okay. So they have down here what some of the different factions are like. Look at this thing. We could have giant monsters attacking cities. We could have kaiju in this game, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. They're keeping a lot of it under wraps, especially about the aliens, which they say is a full faction with its own goals and stuff. So, the different factions here. You've got one that wants to prevent alien domination. One that wants to seek an alliance between the humans and the aliens. One that wants to submit to the aliens. Oh, great, thanks. Thanks, some lady from Mississippi. That's what we need. Profit from the aliens. I don't care who rules. I'm just going to make a profit on it. Leave the solar system. Just escape. I don't know if that's really a solution, buddy. Kill them all. And peaceful coexistence. A human rights lawyer. That was his background before the aliens arrived. He was a human rights lawyer. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. It just, in this context, it was a little weird for a second. It's like, wait a minute. We're talking about aliens. Hold up. Anyway, yeah, all these are different factions with their own ideas and agendas and stuff. And as you can see, they will not get along. And so you have to deal with getting them along. There was also some mention of coups in different countries and things getting involved in. So there'll be a whole political element to this. Yeah, they're not saying much about their aliens. They're keeping all that under wraps right now. And look at this big, complex geopolitical thing going on here. Look at all of this. This is probably going to be overwhelming. I'm probably going to open this up and be like, what do I do? Because holy shit, look at it all. I want to dive into this so badly. So the default faction you're playing is the Resistance. Apparently. I don't know whether or not all the factions will even be playable or not. We won't know. We won't know! But yeah. And, oh yes, different countries have armies, and you deploy the armies of those countries. So, yeah, it's going to be a whole thing. And there's going to be Spaceship Combat, which is supposed to be in real time. I'm assuming that this is the big fix that XCOM Enemy Within needed. I really like XCOM Enemy Within, but the biggest problem that game had was their air game was shit. And even with all that the Long War did, and they did a lot, the air game was still the least fun part of the game. And, I mean, it at least they made it part of your strategy and stuff, but, the original classic XCOM, the air game was great. It you could have as many as 4 jets attacking the same UFO at the same time. You could send planes anywhere you wanted. Sometimes the UFOs would disappear before you could get to them. You'd plant multiple bases around the world and choose exactly where they were. Like, it was way more intricate. And then Xenonauts tried to make it even deeper, and they're on the right track. Hopefully Xenonauts 2 fixed it. I still haven't tried Xenonauts 2. Is Xenonauts 2 even out? I think it's out. Well, anyway. Yeah. But this is going to be straight up spacecraft fighting other spacecraft in space! And I actually have confidence that they will make a fun and interesting combat system. I'm not sure what they have here in their alpha is probably not going to be what it looks like in the final product. So, but I have confidence that they'll put something cool together. Definitely will be excited to see. I would like to have really good space combat. But also kind of needs to be quick because, of course, the real game is the ground forces fighting each other. So, this is a thing. It is here. If you want to find it on Kickstarter, it is called Terra Invicta. Shouldn't be too hard to find. And, yeah. Let me check on chat and see what you guys think. Humanity first. Yeah, that's apparently started by a guy in Argentina who, oh my gosh, I didn't show the quote. He has the best quote. Hold on, this guy. There are no life forms or exosapients. They are demons incarnate. They are those who would... They and those who would succor them must face judgment or burn. It's like, whoa, this guy. Can I play as this guy? I want to play as this asshole. Holy crap. We only get... we must not only defend human lives from the aliens, we must ensure those lives remain worth living. Yeah, you're a good guy, and that's a good guy thing to say, and I get it. You know, you're not wrong. But wouldn't you rather play this guy? Just going out into the city with napalm, this wild extremist? What's that? You think we should side with the aliens? Burn the witch! It's like, holy crap, this guy would be great. Oh, let's see. Classic overextension. It might be. It might completely face fault, but I don't feel bad about it because, as I said, they've already given me 2 or 3 games, depending on how you want to count it, and they were excellent. I would have happily paid $30 each for Long War. I haven't played Long War 2 or Long War The Chosen yet, but I would have totally bought them just after the first one. I've been like, oh yeah, I'll buy this and this. So, you know, the way I look at it, I just wanted to give these guys money in appreciation for what they've already given me. And hey, you know, chip in a little bit on this project. Hopefully it works out. I want it to be great. As I said earlier, I want to make my own XCOM games someday. I would be doing everything on the cheap, inexpensive graphics and musics and stuff. But man, I have ideas. I've been drawing out plans with what the aliens can do. I guess the biggest difference is I was thinking mostly about different alien factions that are competing with each other. That it's not just one monolithic species, but it's like 8 different factions within the aliens. And they're all trying to, many of them are trying to make the other groups look bad and stuff. Anyway, keeping aliens secret seems like a good decision. Maybe. I don't know. Honestly, they're keeping it under wraps. That's their decision. I would have taken 1 or 2 really cool looking aliens and previewed those and kept the rest of it under wraps. And it's gotta be, you know, they have to be hinting at there's way more when you see, this one alien, and, it would... Yeah. But they just want to keep it completely under wraps, and I'm like, all right, fine, I get it. And I mean, a lot of the fun when you first play is going to be the horror of what this stuff is. Because, they could be anything. They could literally throw any shit at us. We don't know what the aliens can or can't do. I need to play XCOM Apocalypse. Man, I really want to play XCOM 2. I really want to. I took a little XCOM break after the Long War, but I still want to go back and play the Training Roulette Long War. Because every soldier would be unique, and when they die, you'd never get that soldier back again. Like, that combination of abilities would be basically irreplaceable. And you'd have to do, when designing the characters, every character, you'd have to look at their skill tree and decide, okay, what can I do with this person? What use can they be? Rather than just having... Because as much as I love the Long War, I had, like, one build for each class. And one of the classes I didn't even like and wasn't even using. It's like, so I basically only had 7 soldiers. And when one of them died, there'd be an identical copy I could replace him with, or almost identical. But you put that Training Roulette on, and it'll be a completely different animal. And I'm sure some of the troops will be superheroes, where all the abilities just land perfect to make an amazing hero. And some of them will be derpy losers. And knowing my luck, the super awesome ones will die before they get to be super awesome, and the derpy ones will somehow survive every explosion and plasma blast, and somehow still be standing. Oh, boy. Terra Invicta is already on Steam. Okay, cool. What's the difference between the Academy and the Protectorate? I think the Academy wants to study them, make peace with them, and the Protectorate, honestly, I don't know. Let's see. We believe we can join them as brothers and sisters if we can only convince them that we are worthy. Whereas the Protectorate is, we should not fight a war that would result in our extinction. Oh, they're defeatists. Our only hope is to understand what the aliens want with us and determine how to satisfy them without losing our independence. Honestly, it seems like a fine distinction to me, but such things happen. We'll just call them 2 different denominations of the same philosophy, eh? They probably have wars over how many angels can dance on a head of a pin or something. You know how those things are. Hey, fan, yep. Are we going to see new XCOM streams? Almost certainly. Once I finish up with Mystery Dungeon, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, I'll be putting up some different options, and or I might just pull out XCOM Long War 2 or the Roulette one. Oh my gosh, I want to play them all. I want to play all the XCOMs. Maybe I'll just put up a choice between 3 XCOMs. Maybe it'll be the Terror from the Deep mod that looked so good. The Terrifying Silence one. Or maybe it'll be XCOM Apocalypse. But it would definitely include the Long War 2. And it would definitely have the Long War with Roulette. There were several mods that you could stick on the Long War. There was an improved Training Roulette. And there was a couple others that looked good. Actually, there was a really cool one called The Art of War. That anyway, you can look it up anytime you want. It looked awesome. I don't know if it would be better, if it would be an improvement, but it would be different. And man, just playing the game. Only now it's different. I'm all for that. Got the heavy gunner. Can't stand permadeath. Yeah, well, there's a certain tension that you get from permadeath that's just not there when I should mention, guess what, guys? Speaking of Mystery Dungeon, I caught Mew. I haven't gotten out of the dungeon yet, and unfortunately my escape orb turned into an apple because traps are stupid. But I've got a Mew in the party, and assuming that nothing stupid happens, we will start the next stream with me stepping into the final floor and going home with a Mew. And now that I completed that horror that was Wish Tower, I'm very eager to try the Joyous Tower and the Purity Forest. The Mew is exactly the Pokemon I wanted for Purity Forest. Seriously, if it works like it should have every TM as an option on top of Transform. That should give me a wealth of options. It's got XP Plus, which isn't a bad ability, but I'm definitely going to play with its abilities till I get a good one. A really good one. I don't know what I want. Oh, there's so many options. Squeeze Out is amazing. Could be invaluable. Small Stomach could be mission critical. Actually, Food Finder, those tiny apples are great if you see Pokemon passed out that you can just say, join my party, have an apple. I don't know. Anyway, we're getting off subject. Yeah. We'll get to it. We'll get to it. Like I said, we can't start voting until I put the thing up later. Yeah. Oh, equality and surrender. Yeah. Anyway, that was it. I think I'm done here for today. There are, as I mentioned at the start, only 4 days left on this thing. It's already well past its goal, and if you give them more money, they'll have 3D Earth elements. Why can't you just use 2D sprites, guys? Anyway, Megafauna will roam the globe. This is why I think we're going to be looking at kaiju in this game, and I love the idea of kaiju in an XCOM game. I remember the XCOM files was discussing... I don't know if he ever put any in, but it was definitely a thing that was talked about, having giant kaiju attacking cities. Right. So, until next time and every time, this is Hadriex signing off. Bye.